Okay, so unfortunately the recording got cut off just as I was finishing up this example. So I think where I got up to was I was just adding in the x and the y to the constructor on the fish class. And I just need to add another variable here. I'm not going to go into the details of why, but I'm going to create an offset y variable, and that's going to be equal to y minus height over 2. If you want to figure out why that is, I'll leave it to you. You can try just setting the y to be equal to y, and you can see you get a funny behavior. It's not super important now. So then I'm going to use that here. I'm going to say this dot y equals this dot y offset plus. I'll just move this onto a new line. And then we should be good to go if I just double check. If I go back to the fish, to the sketch. One other thing is I probably want to move this fill into the sketch class, but I'll do that in a sec. And then I need to go for f of fishes f.update and f.show. If I run that, now when I click, oh, okay, arguments is not a valid color representation. So I need to pass, I think I need to pass this into the fish. Let me see. Yeah, so I actually already started adding this in. So I've added a field to the fish as well. I'm going to add this dot color, and we can say this dot color equals equals this thing here. So if I copy that and put it in the fish class. Just slow down a bit here. Yep, that's it. I always get confused because when I move from Macintosh to Windows, all of the keyboard shortcuts mess me up. So that color should be stored in there, and then we can use this dot color here. Need to save it. Nope. Fishes push new fish mouse x mouse y. This should be working. Hold on. I literally just did this in the class. So I'm going to just debug this a little bit. So I'm clicking and I'm not getting anything. So if you remember from last week's tutorial, what I should do is try and trace what's happening. So when I click in the sketch.function, function, it should come into here. So I can go console.log. I'll just put MP for mouse pressed, just so I know that that's happening. Yep, so I'm getting the mouse pressed. I can see it down there. Then I should put something in here to see if the constructor is getting called properly. So if I go into fish, I can put console.log constructor. I'll just use that as a shorthand for now. Yeah, it's going into the constructor. So then I'm going to put console.log update and console.log show, just sh. I just want to see that these functions are getting called. So it's going update and show, but it's not actually not actually drawing properly. So what I want to do is, here's the problem. This dot offset y and this dot y offset, this is going to be undefined. So I need to use the same name each time. That's my problem. And now I have lots of fishes. Okay, that's sort of all I wanted to show. If I go back to the slides, basically what I ended the lecture with was, now we can have many fish, and each of those objects is going to have a set of variables and some simple methods that we can call on it. So what you might try at home, and indeed what we can do in the tutorial next week, is create a new class for the aquarium. Something like seaweed would be good to explore here. So we've looked at refactoring, what the idea of that is, how to define functions, and then defining objects. And you're going to do probably a lot of this in the second assignment. So for homework, start on your assignment 2, try out some initial experiments, quick ideas and sketches, and you should really try and finalize your concept by the end of next week at least. Like, just lock it down and start working on it. And if you want to design your own brief, just a reminder, by the end of week 9, if you want to do that. Okay, thanks.